Welcome to HXP TV, everyone. This week, we got a really awesome episode. When I show my coursing dogs running hares, it never fails, guys. I always get at least one comment that's like, why aren't you chasing coyotes? And I have had a coyote hunter on. Actually, I've had two coyote hunters on the podcast, Red River Coyotes. That was with Scotty Williams. And I've had this gentleman here several times on Houndsman XP as well. So why don't you introduce yourself, my friend, and tell us a little bit about your hunting dog life.
Oh, I'm Randy Tivis, and I've just followed my grandpa and my dad's, tried to keep their bloodline alive for quite a while. And just adding some more guys into it to make it better as the years goes by.
I want to. Everybody knows that we do a longer form podcast on the main show at Houndsman XP, so I want to keep it real brief. But I do want to ask you, because you are, and I'm saying this very honestly, everyone throws this term around and it gets annoying, but I'm saying this very honestly, you are a legend in coyote hunting. When I think of like epic, super famous coyote hunters, I think of you, I think of David Heiss. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I want to ask, how long have you been coursing coyotes?
Oh, gosh, all my life. I'm 55, but all my life I went when I could ride in the car seat.
It's a lot of fun to see the action. That's what.
Oh, yeah.
What really is great about coursing for Houndsman XP TV here is that we get to like have all that action on film. And guys, Randy was kind of my inspiration to start videoing my chases more, because I used to use a still camera, and I've gotten a lot of really good photos with my still camera, but you were getting really rad photo or video self-filming of your coyote dogs. And I was like, okay, it can be done. I want to also do this. And so I like got this. So what's up?
I said it's a little easier than trying to keep up with one of your fast rabbit dogs.
Well, yeah, I don't know, because you're driving a truck, I'm driving a buggy. It's a little easier to drive a buggy and film, I think. But either way, you guys, we got some really rad coyote hunting footage coming up. Everybody knows I like to just poke fun at coyote hunters. It's part of the character, right? Obviously, all coursers are brothers. All hound hunters are brothers. We all got each other's backs. And I wanted to bring up some really cool videos. So we're going to roll right into this one. I want you, Randy, to just tell us about your style of dog briefly and this chase, because this chase is really cool. It's something you do not see often in coyote coursing videos with this cool canyon country you're hunting in. Break it down.
Well, that dog, I call him Waffles. And we've just bred them up, and I've tried to keep my old bloodline alive, and I've added the Saluki into them for the distance and the endurance and just their toughness. I mean, the hair makes them tough. And anyway, that's what Waffles is. And I went and got some dogs from Dwayne Adcock one time and kind of started implementing them into my deal. But that deal there, me and my wife was at the feed yard. And I'd seen that coyote 4 or 5 times. Every time I'd come down the road, he'd cross the road out of the feed yard into that canyon deal. And never could catch him. I mean, he'd just be gone. It's like he's just gone. And that one day I got within a quarter of a mile of him coming down the road, and I just turned in, and I had that dog and a puppy. I called that puppy Monkey. And I had all my other dogs. I was running them, but I had Waffles and that puppy. And Waffles whined one time. And you can see on the video, by the time I turn out and they're jumping down through there, the coyote's already coming back up that side.
Yep.
But he's so dadgum smart and uses his nose and his brain. And I think you can hear it on the video. I was probably talking, but he was trailing that coyote through those weeds. And when he got up top, you see him swing hard to the left. And then he got his eye on him and just went and caught him. And I mean, most dogs would have come out of there and just kept going straight.
Yeah, exactly.
And, it's just so much fun.
It's something you don't see often in coyote hunting, is that a lot of people are hunting in like crazy wide open flats, which obviously all sighthound hunters are. It's not, but you just don't see that. I would never hunt or jack in that kind of terrain. And it's great when you see coyote dogs running hard using their nose, being more of a complete dog than just dump right there and chase the coyote. You know what I mean? It's
pretty
so
much
exciting.
As you can hear, he had to handle him and take care of him by himself because I had a little 8-month-old puppy with him. Yeah. I was really just taking him to run him down the road. Mm-hmm. But I thought, hell, there's no better time than start learning than now with that deal.
Yeah.
Well, good. Guys, he went right with the old man.
Yeah, he was right there. And what made me happy is he came out of that draw looking, not just running blind. You know, he was looking, oh, there he is, and went with him. So
I won't own a dog that runs blind. They got to pick their head up and look. When they don't have their eye on the coyote, they need to pick their head up and start slinging their head, we call it, and looking.
Yep.
Because if you don't, you can't stay here.
Yeah. I've seen some dogs get turned out on a jack, and the jack just hunkered down and laid perfectly still to the ground, and they just floored it right by him, and the jack just went the opposite direction. Which is not a good feeling.
No. And a lot of the dogs, and it's not really their fault, it's just where the guys hunt, and it's not the guy's fault, but where I hunt, it's rough, and we got open country too, but they can't just run wild and blind, because if you run to where you seen him last, he won't be there.
Yeah, exactly.
He's already going the other way somewhere.
Yep. Well, let's roll right into that video, guys. Here's this video. When I first saw it, I was just like, oh, this has to be on Houndsman XP TV. So here it is.
Waffles. Where's the cow?
Up the hill, out.
He's gonna catch him. Look, he's trailing him right there. Look.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Right here to the left, Waffles. There. Look here. Use his nose. See how he uses his nose? There he goes. He's on him now. You see him? Yep. He's gonna catch him. I don't even know who I got with him. Oh, he got that little puppy with him. Caught him right there.
Is this my little ringnecks?
Yeah.
That's Jetta and Fancy's the two ringnecks. And one of them black gyps is Jetta's daughter, and the other one is Fancy's daughter. And on that wheat field, a guy had that leased, and he had a bunch of yearlings on there and lost a bunch of them. I mean, there's dead cattle everywhere. And he picked them up and left. Well, a friend of mine called me and said, hey, you want to partner on some old cows? I've got the wheat. He said, the guy's, he's lost all his cattle. He's just up and quit. I said, yeah, sure. And it's right here close to the house. And he said, but Randy, there's coyotes everywhere. I said, I'm sure there is with those dead cattle. And I said, he said, what about our baby calves? I said, well, we'll have to hunt them. And me and my wife went down there every day. And we never went in the morning. We'd always go in the afternoon because he was down there checking cows, and we just didn't mess with it. And I'm not kidding you. Every day we caught 2 to 4 coyotes in that field every afternoon.
Holy crap.
There was I think there were 6 of them pups in that litter, and I started every one of those puppies on that wheat field.
Huh. Oh, my gosh.
A lot of fun. Those pair of ringneck gyps were good ones. They were out of that was Kay's daughter, Jetta, and a black dog called Jake. She could really run.
Yeah, she was quite famous, actually.
And she's a lot of fun. I lost her. I lost her up there in the rough country one day. She got hot. I couldn't get to her, and I lost her. But that was a good. That place was so good because it's just a flat open wheat field. The pups, I mean, they got to see what they were running, and we'd back off and let them, give them a 300 or 400 yard turnout where they really had to go run, and that was a good puppy training deal.
Yeah, let's this is like a classic coyote race, and I picked these ones because you can see Randy films the dogs coming out of the box and then going after the coyote. So let's just roll right into this one. This is a classic coyote race.
That's old Spot and Brutus. That was last winter. Those pups were young. That was their first season, really.
Mm-hmm.
I really put the pressure on those two pups. I run those two by themselves. Probably 50 coyotes, and they never once weakened on me. And that day I had my brother-in-law from Arizona with me. I said, you want to watch a pretty race? And we just turned them out, and I didn't think they was going to catch him, as you see in the video. And they throwed him once or something. He got up again, but I was really just testing those two pups, and they passed the test. I mean, I sent them pups to two of my godsons over in New Mexico. They wanted to get into coyote hunting. I sent those two dogs to those boys last year, just so they'd have a couple good ones and not go around buying a bunch of junk.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they had a lot of fun with that pair of dogs. I kicked myself, but them boys, they're like my own son. So
yeah, it's actually a good thing to give them.
I want to get the younger guys into the sport.
Exactly. I just helped a young man actually get into some coyote dogs. I knew, he came out coursing with rabbits, and he has thousands of acres of farmland and lots of coyotes there. And he doesn't have quite the space to run jacks, but he definitely has plenty of space to run coyotes, and he has a passion for hunting coyotes. I got him some coyote dogs. He grew up hunting with a gun. He's like, he literally voice messaged me today and was like, I saw a coyote. I had a rifle. He's like, I let him go. I'm waiting for the cold weather. He's like, I just want to see a race.
his gun's for sale.
Yes. I can't aim.
I got a phone call from them two boys' daddy. He's one of my best friends. He goes, what in the world's wrong with you? We got married on their ranch. And I said, what are you talking about? He goes, you know what I'm talking about. But then I get a phone call the next week, and he's sitting in the middle between them going coyote hunting.
Yeah. That's the thing. I love taking out houndsmen and anybody to come out and watch that action. And as you know, and as all coyote hunters know, and some rabbit hunters know, when you're in a vehicle and you're right there to watch the race, it's 1,000 times more fun than walking, Yeah. And there's just no comparison.
Yeah, if that don't make your blood boil, something's wrong with you.
I couldn't agree more.
I don't get you excited.
Well, Randy, we're going to have you on the podcast. Stay tuned, everyone. I want to have Randy on. We're going to have him on Houndsman XP. I want to have a long form talk with him. I want to break down stories from your life, things you love about great coyote dogs, your philosophy on hunting coyotes. And but for HXP TV, you guys, we like to keep it short and sweet in the action. So I hope you guys enjoyed those videos. And there's going to be a lot more action coming up soon. And we'll see you all next week. Or week after next. We're doing every other week now, drops for Houndsman XP TV. So I appreciate you coming on, Randy. Thank you so much, sir. And stay tuned, everyone. We're going to be hearing from Randy in the future.
Thanks.